Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey, and today I have set 1968. It's an unknown set. That's not really necessarily true. No, that's not true at all. It's a very well-known set. So this came out in 1985, and it says it has 177 pieces. Some of the databases, BrickSet, we've been through this. Piece counts are crazy on there. It depends on how they count into minifigures, blah, 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 blah. This was a set, this set specifically was a Samsonite set. That's upside down. I'll insert a picture. 1985. I can't find a whole lot of information other than I find a lot of pictures of this set with that building toy, jeu de construction, whatever the French is for building toy. I can't pronounce it. And that is what I have here. Well, being that I live in the United States and Canada is, our neighbors from the north, it would stand that I would get a box or get a French-Canadian version. Now, this box is obviously not complete. It is missing its end tabs, and the insert that I have is not the right insert. It's the I don't know what it is. It's short. It doesn't fill it up, and it's actually just a smidge too tall. But I have the box, and if you're going to want to get a box for this set, it's going to, I don't know. There's only a couple of them on sale on BrickLink as of the recording of this and of this video, and it was, which is in 2020, so April timeframe, 2020, May, April. And then it's going to cost you almost about $1,200 to get one new sealed. It's going to cost you $150 to get just the parts to get a set, and that's probably not even going to get you instructions in a box. And like I said, right now I only see 2 other boxes. Of course, the boxes that are available are way better shape than the one I got, or at least the one is. There's a picture of it, and that's the one that's going to cost you about $1,200, and it's sealed. So. No boxes, no instructions, for sale by themselves. Currently, that changes. Always check back. I do have the instructions, and this is one of those interesting instructions. Look how big this is. Giganto. I love these instructions. These are not in bad shape. They got just a little bit of a tear there. Not fixing it. Don't put Scotch tape or celluloid tape, whatever they want to call that. Don't put that on there. That's going to cause you a mess down the road. And I've been bricklinking this together. So these are the parts. Some of these parts came from my collection of space sets. I have a pretty healthy collection of light gray and green and blue space colors, but I didn't have all these pieces, and I didn't have a lot of the specialty pieces that were in here. So I've been collecting these pieces for quite a while. There's the red spaceman, and this is the blue robot. So let's go ahead and do a time-lapse build of this, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about why this is really a German set. Okay, so there's the build. Yeah, it's an interesting build. Wasn't terribly hard. Probably took 20 minutes maybe to build. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't terribly challenging. It's got some interesting. This is probably one of the first. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is this like one of the first uses of snot right here? Because that piece is upside down. Let's see if we can get this in here. That piece is facing with the studs up, but this piece is facing with the studs down to get that little ramp. So that's pretty cool. And obviously our little space pod comes off, and our little yellow hoses come off. Probably got those. You can see they have a memory to them pretty bad. There we go, we got it back on. And then this would be our little space pod, would be this cockpit for our intrepid space guy. This one, I picked a good one, as good as I could find. He's got pretty good amount of gold left on him. Let's see if we can get him down in here. Alright. Get him down in there, and then the arrows line up where he's supposed to dock. So it's a pretty good fit. I mean, it's attached. It would help if I squeeze it all down. So yeah, this is it's actually a pretty neat little ship, I think. A little cargo area, plenty of these little hoses, you know, for power, whatever, lasers. And we have a little vehicle to drive around when you get to the surface of something. And we have our cool little robot. Blue little, and he has articulated legs and arms. So look at that. Nice. Nice. So I mentioned earlier this was a Samsonite box. So this is most definitely, it clearly says Canadian, contents made in Denmark, packaged by Samsonite, Stanford, Ontario. And then it says it again in French, and I can't speak French. So why did I say this is a German set? So there was a toy store, and I'm not going to pronounce that,
Spielzeugring,
in Germany that sold this. And this whole, we don't know what the name of this. So like BrickSet says it's an unknown set, or unnamed. BrickLink says unknown. One of them says unknown, one of them says unnamed. Brickopedia says Space Express. This German website, Gary Eistock's book says Space Express too. Toysperiod.com. You know, I'm not. I think it says Space Express. There is a footnote in BrickLink that says that it may have been called Heavy Duty Spacecraft or something to that effect. At any rate, I found the catalog. This
Spielzeugring,
toy company. My speaking German is even better than my speaking French. Had a catalog, 1985. Here's a picture of it. All right. And in this other picture, there's actually a description. And it says, heavy-duty spacecraft with radiation protection head load chamber. I'm going to say that's helmet. Astronaut cockpit and robot-controlled space maneuver. So, heavy-duty spacecraft, and that's per Google Translate, or Bing Translate. So I don't know that it's that unknown. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I guess it was difficult probably to dig that up. And, you know, maybe when it went in to the databases at the time, maybe those catalogs were not as, you know, on the internet were not available. It took me quite a while looking through image searches to find the page that has that information on it. And as best I could tell, of course, once I found those two pictures, that was I just quit looking, right? But it took a while to find those two pictures. Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes over there. I don't have a teleprompter, but I do have a magic whiteboard I write stuff on. So yeah, 1968 is the set number. In Canada, it was probably some kind of special. There's a picture on the internet somewhere that shows a sticker. It's been ripped off, so it looked like it was some kind of special deal sticker. Possibly a mail-in. Heard rumors told that this was a mail-in. There's been rumors that there was no box for this, and there is a box for it. In Germany, it came from the
Spielzeugring.
toy store. Or at least they carried it. I don't know if it was exclusive to them. And yeah, it was called, oh, I threw my notes down. I actually have the translated text. Heavy duty spacecraft. This is paper. No, in a digital age, why would anybody use actual paper? Heavy duty spacecraft. So I think we've probably solved the mystery. When it's really not an unknown set. And it does actually have a name, which is in some cases better than what Lego would have done. Early Lego sets had a lot of descriptions that have since become names of sets. This one did not have a name in the. It was not listed in the 1985 catalog. In the regular European catalogs, the UK catalogs, the United States catalog. I don't specifically have, and maybe that's what I need to do, is find a Canadian Lego catalog, if it even exists, separate. I don't have one, so that might be something we need to find and see if it is listed in it. That would be interesting. If anybody has any of that information, let me know. I would love to see that information. Well, we've gone over this, right? It's going to cost you about $1,200 for a good sealed one, and there's like only one of those, and it's going to cost you about $150 to part this together. There's some of my colors are a little old, and some are faded, a little yellowed here and there. Before anybody says, "Oh, why didn't you retro bright it?" I don't believe in retro brighting. It fixes it, but it's a temporary, and even though they say it doesn't do anything to the plastic, I'm not 100% convinced that it doesn't have a long-term poor effect on it, especially if you retro bright a couple times or retro bright it super long. Yes, it would fix this, and yeah, I probably need to clean these parts a little better. Now that I have everything, get it on display, maybe I'll clean it up. So, okay, that's about all I got on this. 1968, I have the box. I gotta make a box because I haven't found anything that fits this dimension. So I think I'm just gonna make a box so that this kind of holds its shape for display purposes. And we have the instructions. These instructions are pretty hard to find too. And I love this giant instruction set. Giant page. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching.
So you made it to the end of the line. Must be comment contest time. So set 6952 was the solar powered transporter, and it's one of the sets from 1985 that I don't have. How many actual minifigs came in that set? First correct answer in the comments will pin you to the top.